what's awesome about Christina is she's so confident to be like, oh yeah, I like took them out and I like dyed my hair and like this is what I want to look like now and this is who I want to be. And like as a woman to like see that, you're like, that's awesome. You can be whoever you want. Have a rebellious phase. Then you can like change your hair and do something else and have a different album, like have a different message. Christina was like constantly like changing and like being truthful to like the growth and maturity of like a woman going from 15 to 24. She provided this like bad girl vibe for a lot of us that needed that rebellion in our teens. Words can't bring you down.
I'm crying.
I would argue and say that more people know Britney lyrics than Christina lyrics in general overall, especially when you put Baby One More Time versus Genie in a Bottle.
I think that both their albums had like critical acclaim. Like they were two of the biggest people at the time. And I think the people that loved Christina were like the real singers. Do you know what I mean? Like the real singers loved Christina.
Yeah, but it's not just about singing, it's about being a performer. It's about having charisma.
The full package.
Christina Aguilera was the full package. And she also, What a Girl Wants. That's an amazing feminist.
Let's talk about dance moves. Let's talk about dance moves.
Yeah,
you haven't seen her. She had
Christina Aguilera cannot dance.
Not the way
I'm sorry.
She could barely hit a box step.
I close my eyes and I see the Genie in a Bottle music video. She's on the beach. She's moving her hips. She's moving her midriff. Hello.
I do not
Britney
remember that music video.
was doing round-offs in an old Navy track pant.
It doesn't matter. I don't care about gymnastics.
And I don't care about sand on the beach.
But she's a singer. Her vocals are
She's not the full package.
Yeah.
And I did get passionate. And then I want you guys to, don't be afraid to comment. I know you're going to think I'm right and you're going to be in there. Alyssa is so smart. She is saying all the right stuff.
The Christina one, yes, it was a moment. I know Genie in a Bottle, but like,
obviously, Christina, same kind of trajectory, sort of. She's from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which is where I'm from. So,
so she knows the Bears and the Bears and the
and she was like an army brat. She like moved around. She was like in Japan. Like I feel like she lived life before she even was on Mickey Mouse Club and like always knew that she wanted to be a singer.
And music for her was like, it was everything because it was how she dealt with like whatever she was going through. That was like a big deal. And she, then her mom and her, they went to an audition for Mickey Mouse Club in Pittsburgh. And then
shout out
again,
if you need to be in the comments if you're from Pittsburgh.
And then she got it, of course, because she's an incredible singer.
Yeah, I feel like also just like rewatching some of those clips and stuff, you're like, oh, she is just such a soulful, like in the way that Britney Spears is like little girl next door, sweet. Like I'm like, Christina's like soulful.
When she was also the smallest, like in the Mickey Mouse Club, she was like the tiniest and kind of just this little tiny. And so you think you see a little girl, but then whenever she sang, obviously it was, And then,
What was that?
they were like tiny adults. They were like kind of tiny adults already.
Well,
I mean,
And it's interesting too, because then the Mickey Mouse Club ended, right?
Right.
And then they both got record deals. I think Christina like a little bit before Britney Spears. And I feel like Christina was like a little bit like anxious about being like a pop star or like a pop girl because she really was so soulful.
But then obviously like, so when Genie in a Bottle...
now we're at Genie in a Bottle. Okay, we've jumped to the first singles.
Well,
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, that's part of the early life. You guys talked about Baby One More Time. So instead of talking about Genie in a Bottle. Go ahead, Genie. Whenever that song came out, I actually bought just the single. It was just Genie in a Bottle and it was on a CD. And I listened to that and I don't know what it did to me, but it changed my life. And when that music video came out and she's in that orange tank top and she's on the beach and it's like, and I'm like watching that. I don't even know how old I was. And I don't really want to disclose that. I don't want you guys to know how old I am, but I was pretty young, and it was just like, who is this? Christina Aguilera? Like, first of all, that name is amazing. It's like an incredible name. Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, because it's like, what is it? Is it
rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, it really rolls off the tongue. Aguilera.
Anyways, but that song was just like, and I know obviously like if you want to compare like what was better, Baby One More Time or Genie in a Bottle, like it's not even a comparison. It's Genie in a Bottle every day.
That's so insane to me because I would have never said that.
Can we talk about reflection?
The notes that she hits on that song are like unimaginable.
Yeah. Beautiful
and
song.
she had to go on like Good Morning America or one of those shows at like 5 a.m. and sing that and hit that live on TV.
Thank you. Yeah,
is incredible.
You for speaking to the greatest
at the same time,
generation.
when you go to see a show, like, is it just about the singing?
Yes.
No, it's
Hell
about
no, actually.
You know what? Britney even made this tiny kind of microphone iconic. Like
telemarketers made that.
No, they did not. Nobody's like,
but do we watch telemarketers? No, we watch Britney up on that goddamn stage.
Like, we knew her outfits. We knew her every movement. She just became like bigger than herself. She became like an entire movement for women.
That is interesting, right? She became a movement, right? Because she was created to be one.
She
was
was
literally
I think they both were.
But I think Christina album too, like Christina was like, okay,
we can't jump yet. We can't jump to album
but she's like,
two.
okay, I'll play Genie in the Bottle.
Yeah.
But if you listen to the rest of that album versus the rest of Britney's first album, like she was herself.
But you guys,
she was starting to be herself.
We can't really fight that because obviously, like, it was the 90s. Corporations were in charge of
Well,
all the
I
music.
was
taking down on Soda Pop on Baby One More
I
Time
would
because
like
that's
to-
a timeless classic.
Yeah.
I would also like to speak to the fact that
Soda
Christina
Pop.
Aguilera, in her first album, she wasn't even allowed, to do the actual vocals that she was capable of doing.
Totally.
She had to hold back. So I don't think Britney was ever holding back.
I think Britney was holding back actually because
Yeah, she
I'm
probably
jumping, but like Blackout was the only album that she ever really actually produced herself, and it's beyond. I mean, it's
Well,
there's
I
a
would
lot
like to get
more.
I would like to get into the good girl versus bad girl
Fair.
because
Yes,
Absolutely.
because that is, to me, that is when you get into this and you think about Britney Spears as this like innocent, wholesome, and then Christina Aguilera was just like,
She was like the bad girl.
She was dirty.
yeah, she was
dirty.
Her
dirty.
words.
It's so crazy that it was like good girl versus bad girl. Like that's all the media could do.
Like two good girls couldn't exist
No.
next to each other. It's like now when I do comedy, like not two brunettes next to each other. Whoa,
No,
like
it's just crazy.
But
And also
Christina-
like Christina's hairstyles and like it was kind of iconic. It kind of like gave way to Brat
I
these
think-
days.
yeah.
Like all of the hairstyles, all the changes, like what she looked like in all her videos were iconic. Okay, Britney's Girl Next Door. Who cares?
Who cares about the girl next door? I'm so sick
we
of
all
the girl
cared.
next
We
door.
all cared.
Still
We
to
all
this day.
cared.
I'm sick of the girl next door. How about be who you are?
What if she was
Sorry.
the girl next door to an
Sorry.
She
extent?
wasn't. She
for
wasn't.
that.
And it was hard for her to have to do that. So I'm sorry that she had to do that. I don't think she chose to do that. But that's not who anybody is. Nobody's the girl next door. We all are a little bit freaky. Okay.
We all-
and
well, we
Christina
are,
Aguilera,
but-
everybody is. Everybody is. If you think about it, because you're a human. Christina
Yeah.
Aguilera allowed, she said, wave your freak flag in the air, high and proud. And it's time to get a little bit dirty and
I
get
think
in
in a
this
way-
boxing
Splash around
match
in this boxing
and wear
ring.
these chaps.
Chaps.
No, but I
Get
think
your
in a way
freaking-
she was kind of getting desperate to like
she
stand
wasn't.
out because it was like,
I
okay,
agree.
Britney's already got this lane covered. And we all obviously put them against each other and we didn't need to. Like they could both exist and be like girl next door. But I think it got a little to the point where it was like, she was like, I have 1,400 piercings. And like, it just became a little too like
So
on the nose for me. Like obviously those are iconic
Sure.
moments too.
She
like,
was being who she is. The words
I don't-
desperate and Christina Aguilera do not ever belong in a sentence together. I'll tell you that much. So you
But I
need to
just feel like she was
rewind.
doing whatever. I mean, her marketing team or they were doing whatever they could to like make her different from Britney. So I don't know that necessarily she was being like unique to herself. I think she was
But
just being
I'm like,
different.
I'm like that's
It
what
gave
the
try hard to me because I feel
Yeah.
like Christina was doing like 30 times the amount of work to like eclipse Britney Spears.
But I don't even think Christina's
But
like
Britney
thinking
Spears
about Britney.
only had to put on like a red little latex outfit
That's
and like
good,
clip on a
Monica.
ponytail
I don't
and
even
call it a
think
day.
Say it louder.
Christina is thinking about Britney at all. Like
She's
the
not even
media's
thinking
putting
about
them
it.
together, like making them Christina's just like, I'm doing me. Like she's like a 19-year-old girl, like exploring. Like I'm like, what the F?
Well,
Were we doing
and
it 19?
Are we
like
and I'm
tying
sorry,
shoes?
Can I talk about? Can we
Yeah.
talk about Stripped right now?
Yeah.
yeah,
Beautiful.
we can talk about
That
Stripped.
album, yeah, sure. Like I know that everybody thinks about it and it's like, oh, you're talking about her piercings and all the like scantily clad outfits, but like the actual songs in that album are like they speak to so much more than just like what she was wearing and what she was looking like. It's like we have Beautiful, we have Fighter. There's a song on there that not a lot of people probably know about. It's called
Yeah.
Soar. One of
So
the most
good.
inspirational songs I've ever
So
heard.
good.
It's about
And I
Pilates.
did sing that song for a talent competition.
And did you win?
And I won. Okay?
Yeah, but look,
She's wearing these crazy outfits and she got but she's saying, hey, believe in your freaking
But
self.
there was
Did Britney Spears
therapeutic.
ever
but
tell
there
us
was,
that?
you guys, there was messages like lucky, like there was lucky, like
Britney told
okay,
there was
stories.
toxic, there was oops, I did it again. Like there was a lot
Love
of
songs.
there was
Yeah,
love
so
songs.
okay, that we don't need. It's not just about love and romance. Christina was trying to inspire women.
I know, but it's about entertainment too. And think about like these music videos, like just entertained millions of people.
Inspiration and entertainment can go hand in hand. You don't have to only inspire because Christina wasn't entertaining.
But I think in the 90s, like it was so focused on entertainment to have someone like Christina come in and have such a therapeutic album. Like literally every track on that record, you're like, oh my God.
The cultural impact of the song Beautiful, we'll never be able to fully understand.
I think we need different therapists.
As a gay person, I definitely understand the cultural impact of Beautiful. And even still, that's like one bright spot in Christina's, dirty little career?
Ooh.
Excuse
I didn't
me.
say
Her words, not
I didn't say it. I didn't say
but
it.
I'm just saying, like, that song alone, Beautiful by Christina Aguilera, it's period done. We're done.
I agree. That's an incredible song.
I got chunking done because of Christina's hair.
Oh my God, what? Excuse me?
It's called chunking.
Yeah.
I chunked my hair because of Christina. It's chunking. Look it up. Chunks by L'Oreal. We're not sponsored by
Okay,
that.
chunking is crazy.
Sounds like a Jerry's flavor.
I mean, okay, Kelly Clarkson also kind of made it famous in like.
It was like street.
Yes,
like
it was like a string of like, and all right, the bell bottom was more
like
iconic,
crimping hair, chunking.
I'm talking about like the little strand of black.
Yeah,
but it was like it's not highlights. It's chunking.
It was like chunks.
It's like two-toned hair. Yeah.
It's called chunking. Look
chunking is like
comment.
I am so bald and black. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
But if you had hair, I bet you would get chunks.
Chunkalicious.
I bet you would be
chunking it up.
Also, I do like that Christina had piercings, but we didn't know where they were. But I know that she had a lot. Like we could only really see a few. So like, did she have like some like?
Well, there was like that iconic headline where they were like, how many piercings does she have and like where are they? And there was like a diagram of like
really
of her body.
Yeah, and David Letterman like brought it up and she was like, I think no, right?
Yeah.
Christina was like incredible. Do you remember that like scarf top that Christina wore?
Oh my God, I did wear
that. The scarf top where it was like,
I did wear
she was
I
stepping
did
down the
have
stairs like.
I did have a moment where I wore a little scarf as a top. Like you just tie it in the back and you're like,
hot.
One also like I felt like Christina to me, she rocked the low-rise jeans.
I feel like it was just a time.
No, but I mean, Christina really like, I know low-rise jeans are back. And if you are going to like figure out how to wear low-rise jeans, you need to go on Pinterest and look at Christina Aguilera in low-rise jeans.
Instead of just going on Britney's Instagram today and seeing her low-rise bikini bottom moment.
No, go to Pinterest. Again, not sponsored.
Well, we honestly are big Pinterest.
We love
heads.
Pinterest.
We love Pinterest.
Do you guys remember Delia's?
Yes.
I like remember looking through those catalogs and being
I was gonna say, did they have a catalog?
One day. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know. Was it just how we dressed?
I like bought a purse from Delia's and I was not a purse girl.
Yeah.
And I remember all my friends being like, what the F are you doing?
You were like, it's Delia.
I had the like sweatpants with the rainbow sides.
Oh yeah.
Oh, still have them somewhere.
I mean, Britney did make like Southern fashion, you know, like, which is just like sweatpants and the t-shirts and the trucker hats. I will say, Britney
and it's kind of where we're wearing
the
now.
Trucker hats. Yeah, Britney did kind of like, I have to give you that.
Pop culture means a lot to all of us.
Yeah,
I mean,
it really does.
like I moved to America in the 90s and it was just like the most important moment of my life. Like I just wanted to be close to it. You know what I mean?
That's how you figured out who you were.
Yeah, the American dream, like it involved everything that we are today. So it's exciting.
It's going to be, I feel like everyone has those stories from the 90s. I mean, for me, my parents worked a lot. I was in front of the TV, literally raised by the TV, raised by all these like iconic people in the 90s that have made us who we are, who let us be ourselves in whatever town we came from.
Carson Daly is my dad.
If you guys can believe it, I used to once be very scared and very shy, and I didn't know who I was. And then I started watching.
I actually can't believe
Then I started watching TV. I started seeing music videos, and I saw like who I wanted to be. So pop culture means everything to me because it like made me who I am. I'm from small town. I said I'm from the woods. Okay. And I didn't know what was going on inside of me, but Christina Aguilera came in and she looked me in the eyes and she said, you can get a little dirty. And you can be a freak, but you're also a fighter and you're strong and you're going to soar above it all, okay?
Yeah.
And that's all I needed to hear because I was just sitting there, I guess I have to be perfect. I guess I have to wear my schoolgirl outfit and my pigtails. No, you don't. You can actually wear chaps and
get the piercings.
Get the piercing.
But this is not about like who as a human was like more of a mentor to me.
It's not about the human. I'm saying about what their music and what they did and how they were. I'm not saying that.
I just think impact wise, that like it was just a bomb versus a little tiny. You know what I mean?
Agree.
Like,
and not to say that Christina Aguilera was horrible,
Not at
terrible,
all.
or subpar.
Incredible.
She was just right behind Britney.
Did Britney make you gay? We want to know. Let us know in the comments. What was the moment you decided you were gay because of Britney?
Or you were watching Christina and you were like, wait, I might be gay. Like, we want to hear about that too, you know, because almost
like for men? Like they like men saw Christina and they're like, wait, I think I like men.
On both sides.
Oh, okay.
On both sides.
I saw that Dirty video and I was like, men.
There's like videos of them like riding horses together and like laughing and like playing with their siblings. Like they were friends until the media literally tore them apart. I feel like Christina was like constantly like changing and like being truthful to like the growth and maturity of like a woman going from like 15 to 24. Like I was watching this Letterman interview and she had like dyed her hair fully black after the tour and like took out all the piercings. And he was like, where'd all the piercings go? And I felt like what's awesome about Christina is she's so confident to be like, oh yeah, I like took them out and I like dyed my hair and like, this is what I want to look like now. And this is who I want to be. And like, I feel like as a woman to like see that, you're like, that's awesome. Like, yeah, you can be whoever you want. You can like have a rebellious phase. Then you can like change your hair and do something else and have a different album, like have a different message. And I feel like, you know.
Well, I know, and obviously this is a show and I've been doing, you know, whatever. We're like pitting them against each other. But like, we're not like, there's just no, you can't even, the discussion is not, it's just like, they were both victims of like so much just scrutiny
pressure
and weirdness, and it's like
and like daily harassment. Like I think that, I mean, we get to talk so much about mental health now, right? Like it's so normalized. Like I remember watching an interview with Christina where she talked about, you know, struggling with depression, and it was like, okay, she's a bad girl. Like, okay, we don't want to hear that. We just want to hear like the rosy side of things, and like, yeah, what they went through. It's like, oh God.
I know. It makes you think like, is this what I want to do?
In my final closing statements on why I am Team Christina still and why I think you should cast your vote for Christina, the vocal ability of that woman is unmatched. It's simply just unmatched. And you know, she was always herself.
That was a little Fergie.
Yeah. She was always herself. She provided this like bad girl vibe for a lot of us that needed that rebellion in our teens. And all I have to say, I want you to, what I'm going to say next, I want you to really take in and feel and then cast your vote. Words can't bring you down.
I'm crying.
They can't, but numbers can.
Just go ahead and vote now.